Hello, I'm Peter Marzano.
And this is Gabby Marzano.
And finally, the Chicago Blackhawks have arrived at the second round for the first time since they won the Stanley Cup. And they happen to do so in a series that all Blackhawks fans have been waiting for, one where they meet the original six rival Detroit Red Wings. Now, let's just look at what we need to do to defeat Detroit. So, Gabby, what do you think are the main keys for the series?
I think the keys to the series, like I said last, is just to keep the players healthy and they'll be better than any other team.
Yeah, and I really think that's absolutely true. You know, I give Detroit a lot of credit for what they did against Anaheim, a team that they were obviously not favored to beat. They came out, they showed they had offensive depth, they showed that they could defensively match up against that first line of Anaheim. So I was really impressed with Detroit in the first round, but the fact of the matter is, a healthy Hawks team has been better than every team in the NHL so far this year, and it doesn't look like the Detroit Red Wings are just good enough to change it. Now, just looking a little bit back on last series, I saw that I correctly predicted the Chicago Blackhawks winning in 5. Gabby was only one off with
the sweep.
But regardless, moving on back to this series, the Hawks are coming off of a series where they have momentum. You saw that they were able to handily take care of the Minnesota Wild. They're getting ready to face their rival, which for the last time is in the Western Conference, as Detroit's realigning over to the Eastern Conference next year. So this is a very important series for both teams. But I do think that the Chicago Blackhawks are simply too good. So, Gabby, what do you predict for the series?
I predict Hawks in 7.
All right, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I'm going to go with Chicago in 6. I think that Chicago's just simply too good. You have your strong offensive core. Defense can match up to virtually anything. I think the one thing that the Hawks do have to watch out for in Detroit is their third line. Corey Emerton, Damian Brunner, and Eric Nyquist played outstanding against Anaheim. Chicago has to defensively match up to that third line because that is a line that may put up some unexpected goals on Chicago. But regardless, I do think the Hawks are too good, and I think despite maybe stealing a few games, it will be the Hawks in 6. This has been Peter Marzano.
Gabby Marzano.